Hey everyone, how you doing? I know you're barely starting week 3, but you're already probably working on the midterm right now. I just wanted to slip in here real quick and see how you're doing, and also just cover 3 items that I think would be important to discuss moving forward before we jump into the next 2 weeks of the class. Obviously, you'll be moving into digital media this week. You've already covered media theories and basics. You went into legacy media, and now we're already in digital media. So what does that mean? Well, as you move through this module, one thing that I want to really draw your attention to is the social media fast. If you haven't already done it, please check out that assignment. Not only is this assignment the one that's worth the most points, but it is the one that really puts a lot of the theories and ideas that we've discussed so far into practice. And then afterward, we're going to use that same assignment for our discussions. We're going to look back on it next week. So in a way, it's kind of like the litmus test of this entire course. So please take that one assignment very seriously. The second thing I want to let you know is, if you haven't noticed, test 1 is already graded. You did very well as a class on test 1, so yay. Some of you got perfect scores, which got a little happy face emoji. Others did really well. Please check the comments, especially for questions 9 and 10. That's where I offered some critique or criticisms, or we're like, hey, you were almost there. Also consider these things. Speaking of that, the topics of convergence and the illusion of choice is something that I encourage all of you to refresh and look at again. Remember, convergence is not about having a lot of different media on your phone or one device. Convergence actually speaks to media ownership. So that is about one company or entity or person owning a lot of different types of media or organizations or outlets. Think of Disney. Disney owns ESPN, Buena Vista, Nat Geo, ABC, 20th Century Fox, Marvel, Lucasfilm. I mean, it goes on and on and on, right? Did you know that Disney owned all of those companies? The other topic is demassification and the one-to-many model. A lot of you hit the nail on the head with here. Others got a little squirrely. Remember, the one-to-many model is essentially talking about legacy media, how you have, for instance, a radio broadcaster that's disseminating the news to the population. The population, the masses, don't really respond. They kind of just receive that news passively. In the era of demassification, in which we live in now, right, you have people posting videos on YouTube, on Instagram, videos like this, people sharing the news across the world, sometimes with global audiences. And essentially, instead of having one point to a lot of other points, you have all these other points sharing with all these other points, right? It's chaos. And in this class, we've discussed what are the pros and cons of that, right? Some of the cons are we don't have sometimes a public identity or public rally around a certain point. This is kind of like the topic or the discussion that we had about Walter Cronkite, right? When we're all receiving the news from one person, we have something to talk about. We have kind of like a shared memory, if you will. When it's many to many, right, in the many to many model or demassification, your truth may not be the same as my truth. Your perspective may not be the same as my perspective, right? We might not have even heard the same facts, right? Think of the Charlie Kirk assassination, right? You have the right saying this, you have the left saying this, you have people in the middle going, what the hell happened? And, you know, in some instances, a little bit, the truth was kind of in the middle, right? So think of that going forward. If you have any questions about these theories or topics, please reach out to me. A couple of you have, and that makes me so happy when you do that. So remember, even though we're online, we're still people, and we could be as face-to-face as possible. All right, so reach out. Let me know if you need anything, and please check your grades, and good luck in the next 2 weeks. I'll be here, and I'll be posting more of these videos, so can't wait to see the work that you do in this week and on your midterm. Adios.